Hello, today I'll be going over the key of F major. It's important to know that on F major we obviously start on the note F. Especially for the first two octaves, we start on this low F on the C string with a fourth finger. It's also important to know that in the key of F we have one flat, that being B flat, which is here. The second finger on the G string rather than a 3, which is a B natural. So I'll go ahead and play the 2-octave scale for you. Great. So the finger pattern that I use is 4, open, 1, 2, 4, open, 1, 2, 4, open, extended 1. So for an extension, we want to point our finger up and go back. And 2, 4, and shift, 2. So it's 1, 2. So those notes being F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, F natural, 4 on the G, A, extended 1 for that B flat, 2 C, 4, shift E with a 1, 2. So, if you're still struggling with the pitches, only do 1 octave. Which will be normal for a few of my students just to, in the beginning stages, just to practice this first octave. A scale system that I like to use that I kind of made up as I've been practicing on my own for years is kind of a pyramid method. We start off with the metronome at 60 clicks. It can be slower if you need it to be. Sometimes students start at 50. Sometimes I start at 50 if it's a difficult key or if it's something I really want to focus and hone in on my intonation. But I put the clicker at the quarter note equals 60, and I treat each note as a whole note, or I'm hearing 4 big quarter note beats. So 1, 2, 3, 4, next note, 1, 2, and so forth. And then after I do the whole scale like that, back and forth, from the top to the bottom, after those 4 clicks, then I go down the pyramid to 3 clicks. 1, 2, 3, and so forth. Next stage is 2 clicks. 1, 2, and then 1 click, the last stage. Then we hit this next level of the pyramid, which I do on certain cases, but you should try it. The second level would be still the quarter note, but now we're adding rhythms. I call this first rhythm a ribbit. This is on every beat. And after that, I loosen that, I space out that note into a 16th note on every beat. It's more of an 8th note. Sorry. And then I go triplet. And then I go to the 8th note, which is going to be the next level of that pyramid, which turns into the 8th note gets the beat now. So we're pretty much going to copy the same thing we did on that first level, but now each note gets 4 separate bows of an 8th note. And 2, and 1, and 2, and then 3, 1, 2, and then 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 1. And then after we go down 4, 3, 2, and 1/8 note per bow, we then go to the fourth stage of that pyramid, which is doing those same rhythmic patterns that we did in that second stage, which is going to be the ribbit. Or one. The beat is going to be on every eighth note. And I'll provide you with a kind of transcript of that key with the music sheet and printed out so I can send it to you via your email. So we have the ribbits, and then 16th notes, triplets, and then 16th notes. Good. So I guess one last thing that we have to worry about when we're doing these 2-octave scales, or two things we should worry about, is the extension here. One thing I've been taught is to kind of have a straight finger with it. And just push it back. So finger point up and then back. Which kind of helps with getting that extension. If you hook it, then you're going to be a little flat. And if you just kind of go for it, you're going to overshoot it. The next step is the shift. As I shift, especially on slower passages and slower scale work when I'm working on intonation, I'm really focusing on hearing these ghost notes. And hearing that kind of, I'm not glissandoing. I'm not necessarily doing that, but I'm putting a little bit of a slide to hear where I'm going. So one way you can practice that is you can force this first finger to kind of go through your first finger. Analogy I use sometimes is imagine that your first finger is a train on a train track, and your fourth finger is an empty car on the train track with nobody in it, and that train just goes right through that car and to the next area. One going right there. Now backwards is a little different. You got to think of that shift going backwards. It's almost a relay racer passing off the baton to the next racer afterward. So I like to get my 4, or the next shifting note, ready to shift back, which is in 4 in this case, coming down. That makes sense. The next step is the arpeggios now. We'll go over just the first arpeggio, which is going to be F, A, C. So the finger pattern I use is 4, 1, 4, 2, open, 2, 2, 2, open, 2, 4, 1, 4. For that, you can definitely use that same pyramid method for that as well, doing 4 clicks, 3 clicks, 2 clicks, 1 click, and then the different rhythms and such. So hopefully that makes sense for the key of F major, and let me know if you have any questions. Shoot me a text or an email. Thank you. Have a nice day.